G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my Game 6 review of the Nuggets v Trailblazers. And yes, this series is over. Denver wins it 4-2. I can't really believe it, to be honest. I thought this was a 7-game series, had 7 games written all over it. But to my surprise, Denver came out and took this Game 6. And it was mostly because of that last quarter, 28-14 in the last quarter. What a great end to the game for Denver, and what a collapse by Portland, to be honest. And let's go back to the start of the game where basically Denver didn't show up. It was just Michael Porter Jr. versus the Trailblazers. I believe he had like 22 points or something in the first quarter. It was 6 of 6 from 3. And then after quarter time, he was basically useless after that. Finished with 26 points, 6 of 12 from 3. So after hitting his first 6, he missed his next 6. And this is all while Portland were playing very well, at least offensively, and even defensively. They get so physical with MPJ, and he gets no respect from the refs. He's got to definitely improve his ball security and just his physicality in the offseason, because teams just get into him, and that shouldn't be able to work, because you can't really get into the star players without getting called for fouls. So he's got to work on it and just be more careful with the ball and be more physical and get stronger. But yeah, Jokic started off quite poor, to be honest. He had picked up a couple early fouls, had to go to the bench midway through the first quarter, and I thought, oh no, here we go. He's going to be very reduced tonight because he's going to be in foul trouble the whole game. And he probably should have been. He got away with a foul in the second quarter, which would have been his third, and he would have had to go back to the bench. Got away with it and then made the Trailblazers pay. Managed to stay on the court for basically the rest of the game, and he just had an MVP performance, especially in that last quarter. Him and Monte Morris running the pick and roll. Morris basically taking over that Murray spot, so just playing that 2-man game, and they were unstoppable late on in that fourth quarter. So big shout outs to Monte Morris these last 2 games. He had 22 tonight, plus 19 off the bench, with 9 assists and also 3 steals, so he was doing it a bit on the defensive end as well. And speaking of the bench, shout out to Jermichael Green. He comes off the bench and gives us energy with a game high plus 22 off the bench, 10 points, 9 rebounds. Really tries to hit the offensive glass too, which is what I really like about him. He was definitely frustrating Carmelo. But yeah, let's go over to the Blazers side now. Lillard, although he was good, he definitely wasn't anywhere near Game 5 Lillard. But he did pretty well. I mean, he had 28 points, 13 assists, but he did have a few too many turnovers and just wasn't as efficient as he was in Game 5, although it's very hard to be that efficient in any game ever. But yeah, I think McCollum is the one to look at again tonight. 9 of 21, 2 of 8 from 3, only got to the line twice. He's just not doing it. I think there's going to be big changes for Portland in the offseason. Not sure if they're going to be able to bring Power back. I think he's a free agent, so they're not sure if he'll be coming back. And CJ, people have been saying for years that him and Lillard cannot work together. And to be honest, I think they might be right. I think CJ needs to be moved on, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get back anything as good as him, so it's going to be hard to trade him. But Simons was good off the bench, at least offensively for them. 3 of 3 from deep. Melo was actually decent as well, but he had a bad plus-minus and they had a couple turnovers because he obviously just doesn't play defense, so even if he is producing on the offensive end, he can cancel it out by his poor defense. Yeah, let's go back to the Nuggets now. Who would have thought that Austin Rivers would be the most played Nugget in this game? 40 minutes, was 3 of 6, and stayed out of foul trouble. So he's just a good, solid player. I didn't seem to be getting too frustrated by the lack of shots or the lack of ball he was getting. But he did his job, played good defense on the likes of Lillard, McCollum, Norman Powell. And yeah, everyone else just came along for the ride, and Aaron Gordon hit a big 3 near the end of the game, which really sealed the game. But yeah, just a great all-round performance, and I can't wait for Jokic to get his MVP now. It's not going to be one of those as awkward MVP titles where the MVP gets knocked out in the first round. He's moved on, and he's going to be playing either Phoenix or the Lakers again. Honestly, I'd almost want to play. I think I want to play Phoenix just because of when we versed the Lakers last year. It just did not go well. But you know, Phoenix are looking obviously if they beat the Lakers, that should mean they're better, so it's going to be even harder for us to beat the Suns, but you never know. But yeah, just so proud of this Nuggets team, especially when Portland were basically the favourites. No Murray, no Barton, no Dozier. Am I missing anyone else? I can't really remember. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.